right, so let's show off what deck we're playing today. We're with the goal of let's try to play something fun, just get back into Legacy, playing different decks other than Infect, because everyone knows Infect's my go-to deck. Also, there's a race car running around, so we'll wanted to see, is this the deck that can beat it? Because of all the tools that we have at our disposal, specifically having access to things like our Stifle effects. All right, Stifle, counter target activated or triggered ability, with the Fantasticar being able to sort of trigger and turn into a bunch of tokens. Being able to stifle that trigger is really good. That's also why we've got the 2 consigned to memory main board. Basically, we get all these tools to try to help us beat this deck and go for the value engine using Riddlers, things like that, Tamios, Phelias, to sort of kind of go about it. But you can see it's basically just like control package here. We've got access to Daze, we've got access to Force of Negation and Force of Will in the main board here. Even Sword Plowshare, not so much as useful against some of those decks, but still a pretty useful tool in a lot of the matchups there. But our land package is pretty straightforward here. Of course, 4 Wastelands, some Tundras, Caracas, nothing too crazy here. But the idea of the deck is a lot of get the Riddler into play, keep the Riddler into play using Phelia, using our Stifle effects, consigned to memories, things like that, and just sort of profit off of this 4/6 flyer that draws us a lot of cards. And we can basically spend all of our resources on our tools because Riddler's going to refuel and refill them there. So that's the idea of the deck. We'll see how it works out. Our sideboard is, maybe not as tuned as we need to against the car, but, we have a couple of things for other matchups. We've got a couple extra consigns in here. I've been bringing in NVIDIA pretty much almost every matchup. I've found myself being like, yeah, this seems really good. So let's jump in and show you guys a little bit of what the league looks like here and how the deck performed. See if we can beat some race cars today. We are playing a little bit of a fun deck. It is going to, yeah, you know what, this seems fine. We're gonna learn how to do some blinky stuff in Legacy. I of course have my Esper Blink list that you guys know. I play that a lot in Modern, and we've got Legacy coming up at our LGS. So I'm deciding, you know what, let's mess around with some fun decks. Of course, we have Legacy Infect, but what are some other fun decks? I've got a race car deck proxied up to be able to play, but, let's try a non-race car deck, shall we? Turn 1 Tamios seems pretty fine. We don't know what we're up against. Ponder's fine. Should we Wasteland here? I think so. Let's just destroy this. We'll go and make a clue. And I think I'm going to also ponder. Ooh, I like that a lot. Yeah, let's go put on the top, put on the top, put on the top, and no, we're not going to shuffle. We'll just draw that. Polluted. Oh my gosh. We can stifle their polluted. Ooh, I love this. Wasteland. We should probably save our stifle for our Riddler, but that's okay. Oh, they don't. They're waiting. Dark Ritual. That's fine. Doomsday. Let's try to fight this. Exile. Exile. Stifle. I'm going to keep the consign here. Okay. Let's pop a clue. Consider, that's fine. I'm assuming it's a race car deck with the Doomsday race car stuff. All right. Let's attack with Tamiyo. Make a clue. Yeah, let's brainstorm here. Flip our Tamiyo. Put 2 cards on the top. We'll put this Swords and Tundra on top. Flip our Tamiyo. Uptick Tamiyo. And hope our Force of Will is good enough. Flow state's pretty nice. That's fine. I mean, it sucks. I don't necessarily want to fight over the flow state because they're digging for another Doomsday or a race car or something like that. So us waiting here seems fine. All right. Uptick. Do we just dig? I think we do. Cast with the warp. Draw a card. Okay. Yeah. I don't mind waiting, actually. We're fine with it. We'll just like hard cast it later. I'd rather keep our interaction knowing that we're playing against the Doomsday pile and they just did the flow state. Ponder's fine. Another Riddler. Plus, we're going to ultimate Tamiyo in a little bit. Let's see. I'm okay with waiting a turn. Let's warp in another Riddler. See what we get, though. Basic Island doesn't really help us here. Yeah, that's fine. Double Riddler in Warp Zone. Cool. That'll work. That'll work. Okay. Doomsday pile in here. Force of Negation seems pretty good. Lavinia seems pretty good. I think maybe that's all we need. Maybe that's all we need. Okay. If we're bringing in these, what do we get rid of? Swords to Plowshares. 1, 2, and 3. Let's try that. Seems pretty good, right? Flow State's a really good card, though. Brainstorm, Stifle, Tameo, Wasteland, not too bad. Oh my gosh, Addy. Sneeze attack. Alright. Turn 1, Tameo. Turn 2, flip Tameo. Seems pretty good. Oh, interesting. Okay. This might not be a good hand to keep. If they're binning a Dark Ritual, they could have a race car immediately. Let's hope we could survive. I mean, we could stifle the trigger on the race car, though. So it's like there is a chance, but they could just Dark Ritual, bam, 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 flood, race car, get me. But no, Brainstorm. All right, we'll still make our clue. Ritual. Thought sees me. Uh-oh, there goes my Stifle. Or they can get rid of Brainstorm if they're worried about flipping Tameo. But Stifle is the best card in this. But oh, okay. They are worried about the flip Tameo. All right. Let's make a clue. All right, they already know what we've got. Let's just try to jam it and see if they have counter magic. Do they have a force? Or daze? No. Okay. This is basically anti-force protection here. I don't think they are race carring, though. I think they might just be old school Doomsday. I just expect everyone to be on the race car. That's kind of where I'm at. All right. I keep looking up because that's where I've got my stream stuff now. With my third monitor up there. All right. Interesting. Do we fight them over their lands here? Maybe. I think that's the play. We'll blow up that. Because it helps keep them in check about what they can cast. So right now they have 3 lands. They can cast anything that costs 3 or less. All right. Begin combat. We're not going to attack with Lavinia. I don't know. I just... Safety first. All right. Let's do... Put on the top. Put on the top. Put on the top. Do I want to use his ability? No. Okay. Force negation, pitch to fairy, still have Stifle backup. All right. Attack with the Tamiyo. Just keep getting card advantage here. Yeah, let's do that. Flow state is pretty good. Let me do this and see. Meticulous archive here. That's fine. Flow state's fine. You may get some cards. I'd like to draw a card, please. You may fetch. They know they're Stifles, so they're doing a very good job of not getting blown out by a Stifle here. But I'm really worried about stifling, like they're going to attempt to play like a Thassa's Oracle or something like that. All right. Warp in a Riddler. Okay. Send both these your way. Make a clue. Let's flip our Tamiyo here. Okay, another Stifle's nice. All right, goodbye, Quantum Riddler. It's in our warp zone. All right, let's see how much they push here. Brainstorming, they're still setting up. They got 4 lands now. Still can't cast the Force of Will. I think the nice thing about this blue-white blink deck is just how many cards we draw and how much information we get to see. So what do y'all think about the Candelabra ban? And like, are we going to get an emergency ban? Oh, our opponent has disconnected. But yeah, so while we're sitting here waiting, what do you think about the Candelabra? I'm perfectly fine with it. It makes sense. Like, I know there was some discussion about the planar nexus and stuff like that, but I think with just like the idea of shifting between online and paper and trying to equal it out, also, you know, you can find Candelabra off of Urza Saga. Like, it's just so good of a card. I do think, I don't know, are we going to have an emergency ban for the race car? The Fantastic Four car? Maybe. It is possible. Yeah, our opponent has left the game. All right, opponent. Goodbye. We'll see you later. Yeah, I think the big draw for me to want to play this deck was all Stifles, right? I got to play 4 Stifles. There's so many annoying triggers and things that I have to worry about. Yeah, I will play that. Our opponent has reconnected. Welcome back, opponent. Dark Ritual. Yeah, we'll stop what you try to do next. There's the race car. Let's try it. I'm gonna exile the Stifle here. In case this doesn't work, we have Time Reveler to try to... Okay, it does work. Flow State, alright. It is a race car deck. So if you've not seen this, it's crazy. Whenever you cast your 4th non-creature spell each turn, you may sack the Fantasticar. If you do, create 4 4/4 colorless construct artifact creature tokens with flying and haste. So you could just like essentially one-shot somebody here. All right. Uptickies. It's a fairy. No targets. Draw a card. Okay. Play a Tundra. Did I uptick this? I did. Okay. Attack. Alright, they're up to 4 mana, though. So next turn they can start to try to do Force Wills and stuff. But with our Teferi, this does limit what they can do. They're going to try to take our Stifle here. That's mean. Yeah, that's mean. Cavern of Souls. Naming Wizard? No, don't do that. All right, we gotta draw a wasteland. It's not a wasteland. Okay. Uptick. We're gonna downtick and return a Stifle. Let's warp in. No wasteland. Okay. We should have brainstormed first there, but that's okay. Because if we have a wasteland on top, we would have played that as our land. All right. Double Riddlers. Let's see what happens here. Doomsday. Let's brainstorm. Put these on top. I'll put a Tamiyo. No, I'll put a Tamiyo and Riddler on top. Let's try and force this. I still have Teferi, so he can't stop this. There we go. Yeah, I was like, with us having Teferi, it just sort of blanketed stopped him from being able to do, because it is a combo deck, right? Doomsday, I'm trying to do the Teferi, or the oh my gosh, now I'm blanking on the merfolk there. Race car or have no cards in your library. right? That's what it's called. Somebody refresh my brain what it's called. Leave a comment. Help me out here. But let's jump into round number 2 and see how well we can do with our Blink deck. Okay, round number 2. We've got a pretty interactive hand here. Let's see. Are we playing against another race car deck or something else? Like, I like the Phelia. We've got a Force of Will. We got a Stifle. We got some Wastelands. Like, we've got a lot of ways to attack our opponent here. We'll see how they start. Basic Island. Ponder. Yep. Okay. We could just Polluted pass. Yeah, Polluted pass. Imagine if we were playing like the same matchup. Oh, Brainstorm. I was like, what the heck is this card? Yep, that's fine. It's like, is this a prowess list? Is this combo? That's the hard thing too. Is like, we're playing cantrips and we're playing an island. There's no information at this point in time that lets us know, oh, you're playing against this deck. All right. Meticulous Archive. Undercity Sewers. Oh, okay. Oh, another Doomsday pile. Okay. I don't want that. Swords doesn't really do anything here. We're gonna just Wasteland your Undercity Sewers. I don't mind sitting back and doing nothing. You have 4 cards in hand. I got a grip full. And they have no black mana, so they can't Dark Ritual here. Oh, I can't wait to stifle that Polluted. All right, land go. Let's get him. Let's get him with the old Stifle. What do you think about that? What do you think about not being able to find your fetchable source? Because if you fight over it, that's also really telling. They're going to try to daze it. Let's see. Return that to their hand. Do we care about that? They are fighting over it, so they need that land. I think we will pay. Hey, undo. Can I undo? I meant to fetch. Okay. That's fine. Because we've got a Wasteland to follow it up. Like, Dark Ritual is fine. What is this? Oh, interesting. Misdirection. I just never seen that art. Well, I guess they had it all. That's okay. They're setting themselves up with basically the. Oh, we're gonna need to get a lot of tools to do this fight. They gotta basically choose 5 cards. Right, put them on top. One of which is going to be their little Murloc-y friend, Merfolk friend. Thassa's Oracle. That's the name of the card. We couldn't remember it in round 1. And we were just like, you know, that one fish person there. All right. Yes, yes, yes. All right. So, Force of Will, Force of Will, Force of Will. They've got 3 Force of Wills in their graveyard. Okay. Ugh, Sword Splasher doesn't really do anything here. At least we have Phelia to put some damage on them. Alright, how many days is... flow state... What do you think about my doggo with your 1 card in hand? Yeah, sure. Brainstorm. All right. Got nothing to blink. No targets. We don't have a lot of tools right now. Got a Stifle and a Dream. They got 3 cards left, so... Cavern, Naming Wizard. Okay, how about that? Cool. We cool with that? Here, do you want some life? I don't know if you got like Boomerang Basics or something, so let's just do that. Got 2 cards left in your library. I don't know. Do you have more than 1 Thassa's Oracle? Maybe. All right. Begin combat. Attack with the doggo. We could have brainstormed there to look for a Riddler and then drawn a bunch of cards, but... Okay. Let's do it now. Put 2 cards on the top. So we are brainstorm locked. Let's put these 2 on the top here. All right. Tameo. Attack with the doggo. Blink Tameo. Tamio comes back. Phelia gets a counter. There's their other Thassa's. We don't have a way to stop that. You win. All right, so they do run 2 in there. So we did not get a tool to stop them. And that's okay. Force negation and Lavinia again. Get rid of our swords. They don't help us in this matchup. Yeah, easy sideboard stuff. We know what to do. Like them having the misdirect and having a bunch of tools was tough for us, but we've got a lot of tools to fight the deck. I think that's the thing, right? If you're going to be playing Legacy right now, be prepared for the Doomsday piles. Be prepared for it. I don't know what tools that they've got to bring in against us, but... yes, we would like to go first. That's fine. We can keep this. Tundra pass. I know they got a bunch of days, but... I still feel like us getting Lavinia out is the play. They're going to do a bunch of cantrips early. All right, let's try it. All right, do we fight this? We would lose 2 cards. They're going to lose. I think we do fight it. I don't know. I feel like we do. If they're going to waste a bunch of cards here, we'll just kind of reset everything. But I think Lavinia is going to be a huge deal for us. All right. Well, they get rid of our brainstorm here. I'm fine with us going Hellbent. I don't want to be Hellbent against you, but if that's the path we're on, that's the path we're on. Lavinia beats. And we'll just destroy that. Oh, okay. Sack of Lamb. Edge of Autumn is pretty good. I mean, they know we have our doggo. That's going to come up. I mean, the deck's full of cantrips, so they're just going to play a land and, like, keep cantripping, but... Yep, Ponder, go ahead. Cool. That'll work. That's what I was like. I feel like Lavinia sticking is really what we need to do there, and it worked out great. I don't know, Lavinia, just like I've got 2 sitting on my desk right now. Oop. Because I want to play this deck in paper, but I don't have the Tundras for it. But I've got everything else. Okay, that's a fun hand. If we had a blue source. No, we have to mulligan. All right, we can keep this. Swords goes on the bottom. We don't need that. Don't have a very interactive hand, but, not what we want to be experiencing. Tamiyo turn 1. Pass turn. Tamiyo. Do they fight over Tamiyo? No. Okay. I wanted to get Lavinia, but we have no way to protect her right now, so I'm going to try to do a Phelia play next turn, I think. Dauthi Voidwalker is pretty scary. Okay. And we put our swords on the bottom. Yeah, we can't afford to jam out Lavinia without protection here. It's going to be a tough one. We're going to try to do the Phelia, because then we have a follow-up of Riddler Phelia. Doomsday. Yeah, I have no response, sadly. I mean, them jamming out Doomsday here with 4 cards in hand is like they have all this counter magic, right? We're going to see what they have exactly, but we're going to attempt to play a Phelia and see what happens with that. We're going to save our Wasteland for the Cavern of Souls that we assume is going to be somewhere in the top 5. 2 Thassa's Oracles, 1 Cavern of Souls, some number of blue spells. All right, let's see. Daze, Force of Will, Force of Will, Force of Will. So there's 3 forces in here. Okay. We don't have much time. How about a dog? Okay. Wasteland. Warp and a Riddler. Draw a card. Okay. Let's attack with these. Draw some more cards, please. Are they going to trade off the doggo for the Dauthi? No. Okay. Draw a card. Stifle is nice. All right. We'll probably lose Tamiyo here, which is not ideal, but it's, that's fine. 4 cards left in library. Let's brainstorm. Let's put put on top. All right, you may get rid of my ponder here. We're going to attempt to play Lavinia next turn. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Do they have another? Oh, they do. They have another cycling. Oh, GG. So we should have, I don't know, like, tried to fight over it, force a negation there to save our Stifle. But, I mean, we know they have a force of will. Right? We know they have a force of will. So it's like we don't win that fight. Because we see they already have 3 in their graveyard. They had cards in their hand. They still have Misdirect. You know, because of the Doomsday that we get to see all of their stuff, we know the way it works. Dang. All right. Should have won. Made some mistakes, but that's okay. That's why we're playing this deck, because we're trying to learn. We know there's going to be a lot of Doomsday piles running around. So, GG. Good luck next. All right, round number 3. Is it... yeah, there's a little bit of everything. Is it going to be another Doomsday race car deck? Very possible. Very possible. Let's do a setup turn. I'd like to ponder, please. Do I care about this stuff? It's a lot of setup. I don't think I do. Yeah, I don't think I care about any of that. Maybe the brainstorm and shuffle things away, but like the rest of it was nothing. Race car. It's a race car deck. We need our stifles. We gotta get to our stifles. Yeah. So I've seen this list run around. It's basically just like a Kappa Cannoneer style. I'm gonna play all of these things. We could have dazed the Mox here. That's fine. Emery, we are gonna path that. You may skateboard. There's the car. Yep. Okay. Cool. 3 cards left in hand. All right. Let's destroy this. All right. Got some interaction. Are they looking at mine? Yes, they target me. Okay. What do we got coming up? Let me know. Something good? But them sacking that means that they have another artifact to play here. There it is. Oh my gosh. Thoughtcast. Please sack one of your lotus petals. Thank you. Oh my gosh, Thoughtcast again. Yeah, we're going to wait on the force here. Because I'm worried about like a Kappa Cannoneer or a race car or something like that coming out. All right, we have to ponder here. Ooh, okay. I like that a lot. All right. Riddler, Phelia to Fairy, draw to Fairy, have Force of Will against a Kappa Cannoneer or a race car. Oh my gosh, they've gotten all their draw spells. 3 of them? Emery. I'll force that. They've got their own force. Okay. Okay. Well, this is going to be a tough one for us, but I think we'll be okay. Maybe. It's going to be dependent upon our Riddler draws here. Spell bomb's fine. I mean, it's going to bounce our Phelia, which is annoying, but I'm just worried about like a Kappa coming out, so yeah, we have to play it. They can keep looping it, but you know, that's all right. I'd like to draw 2 cards, please. You may return that to my hand. I get to draw 1 card now. Brainstorm's nice. Okay. All right. Yeah, we'll pick up a Surveil Lane here. Where's the Saga's annoying, but I mean, if they're constantly keeping my Phelia in check, that's not that bad for us. They've used a bunch of their Thoughtcast already, so they are having a real hard time refilling their hands. But it is only a matter of time before they get... Oh, they're doing that. Ah, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, they like a Kappa Cannoneer, we're in trouble. Yeah, there it is. Okay, let's see. We got a Brainstorm into a blue spell and a Force of Will here. Well, a Stifle doesn't stop this. All right, let's just go to game 2. I'd rather us get sideboard options here. Wrath of Skies, Stony Silence, and Lavinia here. Yeah, let's do that. I don't think we need the dazes. I guess we could have dazed the Mox there before it was online. We'll get rid of our I'm going to get rid of Teferi here. Gonna get rid of our days. Ponder 2 days. I'll keep 1 days just in case. We need enough blue stuff to pitch. Let's try that. Probably should have got rid of some swords, but like, I don't know. This is fine. This is fine. We can keep this. Not the best opener, but that's okay. Chalice on 1 is annoying. Luckily, we can blink it with Phelia. Meticulous Archive here. That's fine. All right. We could wasteland their Ancient Tomb here, but I would rather try to get this Phelia out. Blinking the Chalice and putting it on 0 would be very nice. And then we could follow up with a Wasteland. Also, I'd rather save the Wasteland against their Urza Sagas. The race car. Yeah. You have a race car. Thoughtcast. Yeah. Ugh, we might just die. This deck is really cool though. I like this deck a lot. Oh, it doesn't matter. Oh. It's just like this has been your 4th spell this turn. Ah, okay. Yep. Cool. You win. GG. Chalice on 1 stopped us. We had the Stifle, but it doesn't matter. Man, that was fast. Oh, that's why it's like, it really is a Nadu situation, right? If you're not playing the Fantasticar, you're doing it wrong. Why would you not play the most broken card and most broken deck in the format? There's a couple different variations of it. You're doing the Doomsday pile. You're playing this Affinity list, which I like a lot. I mean, the Affinity list does have some fragility with it, but it really is, you know, this is the best card. Until they ban it, you should be playing it. So this is 100% indication. We'll do a league with this list coming up soon, but I really wanted to play the blue-white Stifle deck because it just is, it's fun. It plays very similar to Modern's Blink stuff, but also you get a bunch of cool interactions and get a Stifle a bunch of things. We couldn't this time because of Chalice. So, oh well. Oh well. It happens to the best of us. Let's jump into our next round. All right, let's see if we can stop the race cars. Cannot keep this hand. Mulligan. That's even worse. Uh-oh, going to 5. Going to 5. Can't stop race cars if we don't got lands. Sure. Oh, we have to put 2 back. I don't want to put any back. Ponder Phelia. You might wonder why Phelia. Well, we got Stifle. We'll just stifle our Quantum Trigger. All right, so we've played against 3 race car decks in a row. We're trying our best to... Oh, we're playing against Tron? Okay. Playing against Tron. Don't necessarily have the right hand for this. Yeah. Let's bank on our drawing a land here. Come on, land. Yes. Warp. Draw 2 cards. Okay. Stifle this trigger. Keep my Riddler around. All right, next turn we'll have Wasteland, Force. Based on the Fleshraker, this is like probably a race car list here. Yep, there's a 1 ring. We can't force that. That's fine. You are protected this turn. Or next turn, really. Let's get rid of this. Can't attack, so what's the point? I guess we could send a message, right? Draw a bunch of cards. We're hurting, though. We can't stop anything that they're going to do here. There's the Fleshraker. That's bad for us. Dump a bunch of stuff. Dang it, they got another planar. Okay. Stifle's nice. Okay. We'll destroy their other planar here. And then hopefully just force whatever scary thing they try to do. Could be a race car. Could be replaying the ring. The nice thing with like utilizing Glaring Fleshraker, of course, you get to make a bunch of mana off it. So they're making mana. We're not going to fight over the mana stuff. So this is spell number 1. There's the race car. Let's fight that. Exile this. Another race car. But that is their 4th spell, so. Chalice. Okay. Oh, it does it. I thought it was. Wait a minute. Oh, okay. Yeah. All right. I don't know. I thought that had to be the 4th one, but I guess. What else did they cast? Maybe I mathed that wrong. I thought that was their 4th spell with the race car. Because then they cast their 5th spell, and it was Chalice. Right? I don't know. Somebody explain this to me that's much smarter than I am, please, and thank you. All right. Lavinia, Wrath of Skies. I don't even know if we need Wrath of Skies against them. Let's do this. Get Daze doesn't really help us. We'll get rid of the swords. Let's try this. Do we do Stony Silence here? Probably, actually. Stony Silence is good. All right, let's try this. All right, let's keep a 7-lander, please. Okay. This is fine. Tundra, Ponder, pass. Put this on the top. Put this on the top. Put this on the top. Do I want to shuffle? No, because we can shuffle off our next fetch land. But all right. Yeah, racecar.deck is the name of the game. So we're trying to beat all the race car decks. Don't really have anything else we could do here. 4 mana is pretty good. Yeah. We can stifle this trigger. All right, somebody let that one go. And we'll stifle that. Hope for the best, huh? Tameo. Do we care about Tameo? I don't think we do. And just hope for the best here. Swords and a stifle now. Got mana for days. Mystical Forge is... yeah, that's fine. Here you go. Would you like to have 4 life? You may have 4 life. Thank you for turning it into a creature. Mystical Forge is real bad for us, though. Oh, they had a Mystical Forge on top. All right. Yeah, they only got 3 mana left. Please return your Mystic Forge to your hand. All right, we still have to keep the Stifle up. Yes, you may do your Mystic Fortune. Oh, they got so much mana. Fleshraker here. Yeah, I can't stop that. Chalice for 1. Brainstorm. We're brainstorm locked here. But not really. We could Teferi bounce it, but it doesn't really help us. All right, GG, go next. I don't know. Playing against the race card decks are tough. We did the best we could. Like you saw, like our early games in this video were definitely much better, and now we're just like, why am I not playing Nadu? Why am I not just playing the best deck? So let's jump in and go to our final round.